As you guys all know, I did put a turbo on my 2010 Corolla. I also had a older one, a 2009 Corolla, that I had the same turbo kit on it, but I had some issues. And then if you watch my videos for a while, you'll know that very weird circumstance that I had, but the car was actually struck by lightning, so pretty much fried all the internals. But with that being said, with everything, I ended up searching, found another, what I thought was a fairly clean 2010 Corolla, but found out many more little issues with it. But anyways, that's beyond the point. But let's get to, do I regret putting a turbo on this car? So one answer is no, and the other answer is yes. So you may wonder, like, obviously it's really fun to drive, everything like that, but one of the biggest issues that I'm running into, and obviously the age of the car also plays into it, but since I have done this, I've had several other little issues keep happening, and more to blame of the turbo kit, because I'm making almost twice as much power as this car originally was outputting. But so that is one of the issues that I'm having with this car, is everything on here tends to keep breaking or needs to be replaced. But with all that said, let's hop in the car and let's take this thing for a drive. Alright, so hopping in the car right away, checking the light. It is annoying because I can't just easily get rid of this because I have a lean code. The car drives good, but it's just a lean code because obviously the air fuel ratios are a lot different with the turbo. I have talked to the tuner and I just need to get a few things tweaked and the parameters done, but I haven't yet. So every few days, like, I clear the codes, but it's just easier for me to just keep it on. But yeah, I have a lean code because I think some parameters the car might be running a little lean, but I mean, the car's been driving really good. I just need to get it back in the tuner's hand to fix it. So I wasn't really expecting it to be raining, but it just pretty much kind of started raining out of nowhere. But one of the biggest drawbacks that I have on this car since I put a turbo on it was, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, there's always constantly something that's going to need to be fixed or repaired or brought back into like a good condition or whatever, because now that we're making twice as much power, it puts a lot more strain on pretty much everything in the drivetrain, everything on the motor. So it just ruins everything. So, and one of the biggest things was I needed a better clutch. So I put on a better clutch that was easily capable of holding. The clutch was easily capable of holding the new power plus some additional power. But now that I put that clutch on, that clutch grips so much better, causing everything else to shake, vibrate, and you find all the other little issues that are with the car now. Plan for the worst and kind of budget more than you're expecting. Because as much as I wish that I had an unlimited supply of money to throw at this car, I don't. So, and it just sucks that every time I say, all right, we're just about there to having a perfect car, then I realize I need a couple $100 here, couple $100 there, and then the original budget of like $5,000 has already turned into like $7,000, and it's still not even complete. So like I said, so one of the biggest things now that I need to fix are the engine mounts. I'm pretty sure the engine mounts are giving me a lot of issues because I've noticed every once in a while I have a really hard issue of actually getting into like second gear. Like if I'm trying to downshift to second gear, I have such a hard issue of doing that. Not all the time, but it's just sometimes I do. So I think with the motor moving so much, causing the shifter linkage to like kind of bind up, making it a little bit more harder to shift into gears, as well as having nice shifts between, like when you're high revving and trying to shift, like you have so much drivetrain shock that it actually kind of slows you down. You know guys, what's very ironic is huge lightning storm kind of coming through, and this is actually the same road that I was driving on that it happened on. Don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, I mean, it would just be very, very ironic. Things that I don't like about this car since I turboed it is how loud it is. Just because for everyday driving, it drones so much compared to like any other exhaust I've had. This exhaust is just very drony. Back from the drive with the turbo Corolla, and yes, this is a fun car to drive, and I love it. And do I actually regret the turbo? No. The only thing I just regret is, I don't even want to say that. The only thing that I have not been enjoying is the financial side of thing. That obviously when you start building a car and doing things like this, it costs a lot of money, and this is practically like the actual first build I've ever done that obviously includes a major engine component. But with that being said, I really enjoy the car. I don't regret anything about it. It was actually a big learning experience for me. So this taught me pretty much everything that you would almost need to know about working on a car, learning how to take off the entire exhaust intake, everything like that. And then just getting more familiar, especially with this platform and how things work. So it's definitely not a regret that I have. I just want to finally enjoy this car and just not have to worry about one thing. So, and hopefully after some new motor mounts, after some interior upgrades, some sound deadening and everything like that, I can get this car to be a truly good daily driving car that makes a decent amount of power for its weight ratio. Especially coming from now owning the GR Corolla. The GR Corolla definitely made me realize that this car needs some TLC and some love, because this car definitely, obviously it's brand new, pretty much it's brand new. This car has 135,000 miles, so it's hard to compare, but when you drive a car like that and then you come to this car, it kind of does seem like a pretty big downgrade. Even though I would say once I get everything fully tuned, this car will probably be pretty close to the same power as the GR Corolla. So, but nowhere near does it handle anywhere like that car. So it's hard to really compare the two. But the final answer is no, I really don't regret doing anything to this car, but it has been the best learning experience I've had. So, but with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.